I'm your hostess with the mostest, Lauren Filardi, here with Megan Mahoney. We're in the girls' room. Today we're going to be talking about Ronda Rousey and the media and everything that she's been doing. Now, Ronda Rousey, if you're living under a rock and you don't know who she is the top UFC female fighter right now, and she's the top paid UFC fighter. Now, Megan, tell me, what's she been doing in the media lately?
You know, more recently, she has been highlighted as the first ever female athlete to be in the Men's Fitness magazine, on the cover, not just in the magazine, but on the cover. So she's making steps into breaking barriers, how men's sports are more important than female sports, because she is on a men's fitness magazine. And it's great to see that right now.
Now, she is a tough cookie, and I know she is definitely probably the most outspoken person I've seen in the media. So Ronda Rousey, after her latest fight, was approached by the drug testers for the test, and she was surprisingly calm, and she's a big advocate in drug testing in the UFC because of the recent steroid breakout with the UFC. And tell me a little bit about that, Megan.
You know, so Ronda was approached after her fight with Bethe Correia to get a blood test. And people were very surprised about her reaction, because she reacted by being like, "Thank you so much for coming here to get my blood. I'm really, I truly believe in drug testing." Ronda is so against drug use in the UFC because it's dangerous if one person is on steroids and the other person isn't, and they're competing. Because you have a jacked up fighter who the steroids make you crazy, who's going crazy and beating up the opponent, and it's just, there's no limit to stop them. And with this drug use, it's just dangerous to see that now.
Yeah. Now, recently there has been a controversy over Nick Diaz, who was suspended for 5 years for using marijuana. And Ronda Rousey had something to say about that, and she said, "I don't believe," this is just verbatim, but "I don't believe that that's right. Nick Diaz does not deserve to be suspended for 5 years just for marijuana use when almost everybody in the UFC is using steroids," and she knows that, and she's a big advocate on, drug testing and finding people who are using steroids, because you can harm somebody. You're fighting each other, and when somebody's jacked up on steroids like that and they have the upper hand, you can seriously do some damage.
Exactly. And looking at marijuana, it's legal in however many states now. It's a recreational drug. It's a drug that, if anything, it mellows you out. So they're comparing that to steroids, which steroids make you crazy and amp you up. And marijuana is just something that is relaxing and it mellows you out. So there's no way that they can compare the two and punish him when these athletes who are using steroids, they have no punishment against them. It's not right.
Right. And Ronda Rousey being a big role model for not even young girls, young women, but even boys too. And, to see her coming out to talking about it and getting it known, getting it out there and showing people this is the problem, we need to fix it, I think is just so big.
Yeah, so she is being a great role model, and it's good for young girls to look up to her, and she's going to make steps in the right direction, I think.
Well, you heard it here in the girls' room. I'm Lauren Filardi, here with Meg Mahoney. We'll see you guys next week.